With teams set, preparations complete, and unique abilities at the ready, the next round of the God of High School tournament is officially underway and growing ever more deadly by the minute. Representing Seoul on the national stage, Jin, Han, and Yu's first round bout pits the trio against the team from the North Shunshan province. Made up of a former troublemaker-led straight, a struggling teenage swordswoman, and an overly optimistic leader, the opposing team exists as almost a perfect mirror of the series' protagonists. Yet, before a true comparison of skill between the two teams can be seen, Jin disables himself by activating the wrong set of pressure points in a failed attempt to power himself up for his match, and is quickly knocked out by his opponent. As the match proceeds, Han secures a narrow victory over the opponent's leader, after his Chariok-summoned hammer is overpowered by Han's full-contact karate, while Yu secures her team's entrance into the next round with a swift victory over her own Chariok-wielding counterpart, which sees Yu shatter her opponent's weapon with nothing more than her bare hands. However, the team's advancement to the next round is put into jeopardy at the end of the episode, as a particularly violent match leads Jin to risk disqualification by rushing to the stage in an attempt to stop the brutality, only for him to be beaten to the literal punch by Han. Meanwhile, it is revealed that Judge Q has not actually died, as the green-haired commissioner springs to life and proceeds to launch a surprise attack against his captor. Judge O soon appears to rescue Judge Q, and the two fight back against the madman and his allies, who are soon identified as members of the mysterious Nox organization. The episode-long fight is a beautiful display of Chariok skills that ultimately results in a retreat by most of the attacking Nox members and the survival of the two judges. Now, what would any good shonen series be without a signature power source, such as devil fruits, stands, or ki? In this episode, audiences are introduced to the concept of Chariok, or the borrowing of power from the gods. This is done spectacularly, as each Chariok is seen to be unique in both ability and visual appearance, with some existing as giant beam swords and others as flame-covered dragons. Given the range of Chariok seen in this episode alone, it should be exciting to see what further unique abilities appear throughout the rest of the season. Surprisingly, despite the lack of focus on the main trio, one highlight of this episode is the writing. Most of the episode's interpersonal attention is given to the North Shunshan's team, particularly to the backstory of the team's 40-year-old leader. The story of a middle-aged man who continues to attempt to graduate from high school in the face of his many failures, while also serving as a beacon of hope to those around him, was genuinely heartwarming, and makes the fact that this is the character's only appearance in the series a disappointment. This episode's visual highlight is easily the fight between Judge Q, Judge O, and the Nox attackers. Between the distinguishing animation of each unique fighting style and the otherworldly designs of the Charioks, each scene stands out as visually distinct despite taking place in the same location. The fight is also an especially bloody one, with arms being severed and blades being stabbed through torsos, which serves as a strong visual reinforcement of the overwhelming power provided by the Charioks. The God of High School continues to up the ante week by week, and with the introduction of Charioks, things are only set to get more dangerous and exciting from here on out. It's sad to know that the middle-aged leader of North Shunshan won't be making another appearance, but the episode balances his temporary character with the introduction of a more bloody and violent tone to the tournament's national round. As the trio of protagonists is no doubt on the cusp of discovering their own unique powers, audiences are left to wait until next week to see if it can be done before one of them becomes a casualty.